Arlington High School students joined thousands of other young people across the nation when they walked out of school to take a stand against gun violence. The national walkout marked 1 month since the school shooting in Parkland, Florida.
We are making our voices heard, even though many of us cannot vote. Together, we can make our schools, our community, and our country safer.
The walkout lasted 17 minutes to honor the 17 victims of the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Many of the students expressed how commonplace these events have become for those of their generation.
We don't remember a time before practicing lockdowns became a necessity, because even as we've grown and learned and changed, the story has remained the same. Someone gets angry. They buy a gun. They buy ammunition, they shoot the gun, and people die.
Students at Arlington Catholic High School held a prayer vigil, and Ottoson Middle School students also held a walkout. Although different student bodies chose different ways to express themselves, the message from each was the same. We want to be heard, and we want change.
We are here, we are strong, and we are ready to be taken seriously and not be pushed aside because we're too young.
Arlington students and residents joined thousands of others calling for change during the March for Our Lives rally on Boston Common last weekend. Another national student walkout is being organized for April 20th, which is the anniversary of the Columbine school shooting. That was in 1999 when 2 shooters killed 12 students and 1 teacher at their school in Littleton, Colorado.
Student walkouts and the March for Our Lives are keeping the national debate over gun control front and center. Advocates are pushing for new laws on both the federal and state level, and some of the key issues include banning assault weapons and bump stocks, raising the minimum age to purchase a firearm, and improving background checks. Gun control laws vary widely from state to state and between the states and the federal government. So how do Massachusetts laws compare? The Commonwealth has some of the strictest gun control laws in the country. APN reporter Hannah Schuster gives us this breakdown.
A federal assault weapons ban passed in 1994 expired in 2004 due to a sunset provision attached to the bill. Massachusetts passed its own law in 1998 and is now one of 7 states plus the District of Columbia with an assault weapons ban. These policies, however, can run into the challenge of defining an assault weapon. Generally, the laws ban a list of firearms by name and use a 1 or 2 feature test to ban weapons that have certain characteristics. Massachusetts also bans high-capacity magazines and was the first state to issue a ban on bump stocks after one was used in the 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting. Both are legal under federal law. Massachusetts closes what is known as the gun show loophole for background checks. U.S. law requires background checks for purchases made through licensed firearm dealers, but not private sellers. Some state laws require universal background checks for private sales, but alternatively, Massachusetts is one of several states that require purchasers to obtain a permit before buying a gun, which includes a background check. Massachusetts also gives authorities some of the widest discretion in issuing concealed carry permits. Under federal law, the minimum age to buy a handgun from a licensed seller is 21, and the minimum age to buy a long gun, rifles, and shotguns is 18, though the rules are less strict for unlicensed sellers. The age limits are the same in Massachusetts, but with parental permission, it is legal to possess a long gun at age 15. There are state and federal laws barring high-risk individuals from purchasing guns, including anyone convicted of a violent crime or with a history of substance abuse. 5 states also have red flag laws, which allow law enforcement or family members to seek a court order to confiscate weapons from someone who is a threat to themselves or others. There is a bill in the Massachusetts legislature that would institute this kind of law. The Giffords Law Center creates an annual scorecard of state gun laws. It gave Massachusetts an A- in 2017 and ranked its gun laws the 4th strongest in the U.S. That year, Massachusetts had the fewest gun deaths per capita in the country, 3.4 per 100,000 people. Mississippi gun laws are ranked the weakest in the country. In 2017, it earned an F from the center and had the 4th most gun deaths per capita, 19.8 per 100,000 people.